You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, we have got some potential rebound action this week with Jada Hunter and Shawn Brady, but what will that mean when Rafe Hernandez is finally back? Can't be good, right? It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's dish about heartbreak, betrayal, and the lives ruined by this Arnold and EJ plot. But if you're not subscribed, please click that button first. So we have some huge developments this week for Jada Hunter, who is very angry, understandably, about the downturn her life has taken. You know, as far as she knows, Rafe betrayed her at the altar, made her look corrupt, made a whole scandal in front of their wedding guest, and then Paulina Price suspended Jada because she kind of had to, and now Rafe has her job. Really, it's fake Rafe, but as far as Jada knows, that's Rafe. So Jada is suspended, and thankfully she's got some allies, and one of them is Shawn Brady, who does not believe any of this corruption stuff. Jada knows EJ DiMera set her up. She just can't prove it. Not yet. But also, that's pretty typical behavior for him. What's not typical is how Rafe has been treating Jada, the woman he supposedly loves. And remember, Arnold's been in his place, January, February. He went in there New Year's Eve. So I don't know, what is that, 6 weeks, 7 weeks? Anyway, his behavior has been very atypical, and Jada's had a few conversations about it with Shawn most recently, also with Stephanie Johnson, saying Rafe is not acting like himself. And everybody thinks maybe it's, because he was in that coma for a while when he got shot. But it's hard to imagine that Steve Johnson hasn't thought about Arnold Feniger once during this thing, watching Rafe act out of character. Of course, Arnold's supposed to be dead, but, Steve and everybody else in Salem know by now that death is not the end of the road for most people in town. So then, on Tuesday, Jada got a pleasant surprise when Gabi Hernandez made it clear she's Team Jada in this drama. Gabi does not know why her brother Rafe is acting this way. She's also not happy that he was doing a private job for EJ, and she probably thinks Rafe is being influenced by EJ. And then on Wednesday, Jada and Shawn spent some time together at the pub, just unwinding some much needed stress relief for Jada, who's trying to figure out how to pull her life out of the dumpster that EJ threw it in. There's some laughing, hanging out, maybe a few sparks between Shawn and Jada. But she is still very much mourning the loss of her engagement to Rafe, the loss of her career. There's just a lot. So it's not like she has romance on her mind. She's just angry, wants things better, not thinking about that guy's hot, although totally hot. It's Brandon Beemer, But then on Thursday, Jada's life goes from bad to worse when Javi drops a nuclear truth bomb on her. Jada is totally devastated by what Javi tells her, but he just doesn't feel like he can or should hold it in anymore. I don't think he feels much loyalty to Rafe at this point because he behaved very badly to Javi too. If you remember, Arnold was quite rude to Javi before the wedding, and was telling him just bold-faced lies about why the stripper was in his room and just being aggressive and unpleasant. Very typical Arnold. So Jada is going to feel like this cheating revelation is the straw that breaks her, I think. Javi didn't mean to, but, finding this out is definitely kicking Jada while she's already down, really down. The following day, after she finds it out, Shawn and Jada are hanging out, and spoilers say that she opens up to him and Shawn comforts her. And, Jada may comfort him too. Shawn's pretty upset about Belle, even more upset because he thinks his ex-wife is lying to him when she doesn't have to. And if you remember, Shawn had told Jada that, Belle told him she slept with EJ, but it was a one-time thing. But then Jada warned him, that's probably not true because she found Belle at the DiMera mansion early in the morning with no explanation for why she was there. And now she's thinking, oh, okay, she spent the night, which is on top of the other time they did it because Shawn told her when that happened. So with Jada venting to Shawn about Rafe's infidelity, Shawn venting to her about Belle lying to him and probably her past infidelity, this may turn into mutual comforting, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jada and Shawn hit the sheets, if not this week, soon. But we've also got Rafe held hostage at Blake House at the mercy of the woman in white who's doing EJ a favor by babysitting his hostage. And of course, all Rafe can think about is getting free of this captivity, running right back to the woman he loves. But I don't know how much there's going to be to come home to by the time he finally gets back to Salem. Ava is found on Friday, but there's no word on Rafe's rescue. If Steve and Brady head back to Blake House, yeah, it's possible they could find just Ava and Rafe is being kept in another part of the house, and the guys might just, take Ava and get out of there. So it might be another week or so or more, before Rafe is finally free. And by then, Jada and Shawn might be full-time bed buddies who have decided to date, Even if Jada doesn't have any feelings developing for Shawn at that point, still a mess. I'm guessing Rafe would be upset that Jada slept with Shawn. And, Rafe may wonder why his fiance, his sister, his cousin, his friends, why none of them realized that that wasn't him, that was an imposter in his place. Because that may hurt Rafe's feelings, because Arnold's a real jerk, not like sweet Rafe at all. And even if Jada immediately accepts the doppelganger story and accepts the real Rafe back into her life, that doesn't mean he'll accept what she's done. He might feel like Jada betrayed him by not waiting a minute before she got in bed with another man. And even the cheating thing may not help, because Rafe may say, why would you even think that I would cheat on you? That's another reason you should have known that wasn't me. That should have been another red flag for Jada to realize something was seriously wrong with her man. So I just wonder if Rafe and Jada can heal their relationship from all the damage that EJ DiMera has done to them. Or will it be the case by the time Rafe gets back to her, Shawn and Jada are already falling for each other? I guess it depends on how long it takes. That's the big factor, If he escapes from Aramid soon, then yeah, there's probably some hope for them, even if Jada and Shawn have slept together a time or two. But, if Kristen advises EJ to ship Rafe off to the family island and some other spot for long-term storage, and he's gone for a few months while Arnold stays in his role, it might be a minute before the real Rafe is back to Salem, and then he'd be really stunned to see how far Jada's life has moved past him while he was in captivity.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.